Anatoly, Mark?
It's usually a failed experiment to create a perfect athlete.
His footwork is so good you can't predict where the punches will come from.
Fourth round.
And you starting to see the frustration coming right now from,
very quick and elusive with Lomachenko.
He just slides one way and punches you from the other angle.
Even if you fight back, he knows your every next move.
When he's in there, when he's in the pocket, when he's in range, with combinations like that.
You can never outpace his volume.
Fantastic body shot.
Over the left eye of Loma.
Really high-level step. Punches unanswered from Lomachenko.
And he's cutting angles like butter with a knife.
And with the fighter's superior speed, as Lomachenko eclipses him once again, as Nakatani looks hurt.
In that ring, in an uncalm place that Lomachenko sees. Rolls up that left hand before firing it off.
If you think he can't knock you out, think again twice.
Rocky scary.
396 and 1 amateur record, 2 Olympic golds, 3 weight classes in 12 fights. Vasyl Lomachenko didn't just dominate boxing, he redefined it. Champion in 3 different weight classes and arguably the best pound for pound of all time. He retired at 37 in June 2025 as IBF lightweight champion. Now he's back. But before his return in May 2026, let's revisit the most skillful fighter boxing has ever seen. Lomachenko was born on February 17, 1988 in Bilhorod-Dnistrovsky, a port city on the Black Sea coast of Ukraine. His father, Anatoly, was a boxing coach who had trained fighters for years, and from the age of 4, Vasyl was in the gym. But Anatoly didn't start him with boxing. He began with Ukrainian folk dancing, 4 years of footwork, rhythm, balance, and coordination drills that would later define his entire style. When Lomachenko finally stepped into a boxing ring, his movement was already different. He could shift angles mid-combination, pivot on either foot without losing balance, and create rhythm patterns that confused opponents who couldn't predict where he would be next. The amateur career that followed is still the gold standard. He finished with a record of 396 wins and 1 loss, a number so absurd it's almost impossible to verify. But the hardware tells the real story. In 2008, he won Olympic gold at featherweight in Beijing and was awarded the Val Barker Trophy for Outstanding Boxer of the Tournament. He dominated every opponent, stopping France's Gaddafi Jelkir in the final. In 2009 and 2011, he won gold at the World Championships, beating elite competition from Cuba, Russia, and across Europe. In 2012, he moved up to lightweight and won his 2nd consecutive Olympic gold medal in London, defeating South Korea's Han Soon-chul in the final 19-9, becoming one of the rarest 2-weight Olympic champions in boxing history. The only loss came in 2007 at the World Championships to Russia's Albert Selimov, a defeat he avenged twice, including in the first round of the 2008 Olympics. His amateur resume wasn't just wins and medals, it was dominance. He beat future world champions Sergei Vodopyanov and Oscar Valdez without breaking a sweat. He stopped moving up in weight and still made elite fighters look ordinary. Coaches who watched him called him the greatest amateur they had ever seen. Bob Arum, the legendary promoter who worked with Muhammad Ali, said he's the best he's ever seen.
There was Leonard and Hagler, and then there was Floyd. You know, it was a hell of a fighter. I've never seen anybody like this. None of them compared to him.
In 2013, after the London Olympics, Lomachenko entered the World Series of Boxing, a semi-professional league under AIBA rules where he went 6-0, scoring knockdowns in most of his fights before officially turning professional. Then in August 2013, he signed with Top Rank and made a decision that defined everything that followed. He would not take the traditional route. No 20-fight build-up, no soft touches. His father and trainer Anatoly had a plan: fight for a world title within 2 or 3 bouts and compress a decade of development into a year. He made his professional debut in October 2013, and the goal was clear: make boxing history. Lomachenko made his professional debut on October 12, 2013 against Jose Ramirez, a 25-3 Mexican fighter, stopping him in 4 rounds with brutal bodywork.
Out there, and he might see blood. I don't know if he's seen it.
And another beautiful body shot.
1 fight, 1 knockout. The boxing world had seen enough to know this was was different. 5 months later came the real test. Lomachenko was matched with Orlando Salido, the reigning WBO featherweight champion, for his second professional fight. Salido was 42-12 and 2 with 29 knockouts, a battle-tested veteran with a reputation for rough fights. Lomachenko was attempting to become the fastest fighter ever to win a world title, matching the record set by Thailand's Sayensak Muangsurin in 1975. The fight took place on March 1st, 2014, at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas, but the fight started badly before it even began. Salido came in overweight and was stripped of the title, meaning only Lomachenko could win it. Salido weighed 128 pounds, 2 pounds over the featherweight limit, probably rehydrating all the way up to welterweight by the time the bout started. So basically, they were going out to fight in 2 different weight classes. Once the bell rang, Salido went out cautious.
So with that being said, he's in against a total different animal here.
Now, when we say the Lomachenko left jab, there's a CompuBox statistical count that shows that of all the top fighters in the sport, Salido started out working upstairs with the jab. Now he fires that straight right.
Salido worked the body, held on the inside, and landed numerous low blows that the referee failed to call.
Above the weight at a certain time.
A crafty professional man in 4-5.
Exactly. He knows that he's not experiencing
Combination in the fight so far. Crowd's getting a little restless. They'd like to see more activity.
Lomachenko tried to box at range, but Salido smothered him and kept the fight messy. The low blows continued. A total of 52 low blows can easily be counted throughout the bout.
Moves his hands and is losing some of those exchanges, which I think is surprising.
Very sore tomorrow because this is something that he's never experienced.
Big. He's slowing down.
He sees Salido stepping in and steps right on Lomachenko's front foot, which causes both fighters to dip a little bit early, and there's a low blow.
Just by watching this next cut, you should understand what the ref's attitude toward Loma was from the start.
Which is not allowing him to counter Salido coming in as you would usually see.
Lomachenko adjusted in the middle rounds, finding space to land clean combinations, but Salido's relentless pressure disrupted his rhythm.
That Lomachenko was expected to have to face tonight, and he's getting it.
And Lomachenko is tying Salido up.
And the referee just kept giving favors to Salido, punishing Loma for pushes from a clinch that Salido was holding.
I thought Orlando Salido won the last 2 rounds. You know, Jim, it's very interesting. Lawrence Cole has won Salido for low blows, but look at this. Look at Vasyl Lomachenko. I mean, he's grabbing him so bad, it's atrocious. And Cole hasn't said a thing about the holding.
The last 3 rounds went with Loma dominating and Salido continuing landing lower.
In a fight before, Vasyl Lomachenko in the black and yellow trunks.
Snatch his hands away during the clinch and punch instead of just holding like he was earlier.
Now it's Salido who's doing the effective holding.
Lomachenko is getting much smarter, though. He's learning a lot tonight about true pro boxing, good body shot.
Yeah.
The commentator gave Loma a good idea, and honestly, I couldn't agree more.
You know, if a guy keeps hitting you low, there's one thing you can do about it if the ref won't do something. That's hit him low back.
That's exactly right. That's the one thing you should do.
In the final round, Lomachenko hurt Salido badly, landing a flurry that had the Mexican wobbling, but it wasn't enough.
Absolutely incumbent on him, or so it appears, to penalize Salido at some point for low blows.
Oh, you hurt Salido.
Badly with the left hand, first upstairs and then downstairs.
Yes. It could be a clutch comeback for Lomachenko, and Salido's holding again.
He hurt bad. Oh, he's really hurt bad now.
The judges scored it for Salido by split decision. Lomachenko stated he felt the decision was fair and accepted the defeat.
I don't want to say anything about the judges. I'm a fighter, and my job is to fight.
When asked why he didn't call out the low blows or answer back, he responded like a true gentleman.
I don't like dirty fights. I'm a straight fighter. I'm clean. I don't like that kind of fighting, and that's why I didn't want to hit him below the belt. And if he did it, I'm not sure if he did intentionally or not. It doesn't matter.
The loss was his first as a professional, and the record attempt had failed. The only question now was how he would respond. The WBO ordered a fight for the vacant featherweight title between Lomachenko and Gary Russell Jr., an undefeated American southpaw with a 24-0 record and 14 knockouts. Russell was a 2008 U.S. Olympian, fast, skilled, and considered one of the best young fighters in the division. The fight took place on June 21, 21, 2014 at the StubHub Center in Carson, California. If Lomachenko won, he would tie the record for the fastest fighter to win a world title. 3 fights. The opening rounds were tactical, both fighters southpaw, both working off movement, both looking for timing.
It's 2 fighters that measure evenly sized height, definitely talent.
Pick a favorite in here because they're so evenly matched in terms of talent, but he's not the more battle-tested. Lomachenko in that 12-round championship bout with Orlando Salido had his character tested.
Russell had the speed, but Lomachenko had the control.
There is a lot on him, is that his career, who has he got up against? He's also got to that point where he's so good, some guys don't need round, scheduled for 12, WBO title on the line, the featherweight title, taken right now.
Lomachenko got a shot in there.
Both being very aggressive. It's changing.
Also, both being very respectful. Not getting wild.
Without a doubt.
By the middle rounds, Lomachenko began breaking Russell down with bodywork. He was landing the cleaner punches, dictating range, and forcing Russell to reset constantly.
Russell Jr.'s head right now. How confident is he right now?
He takes a left hook from Lomachenko who lands. Body shot upstairs. Lomachenko. Lomachenko is starting to let his hands go. Digging deep. He's on it. In.
He sees something.
And he's landing the body. Russell just covering up here in the round. Lomachenko with a big left. He's smiling up there.
Tremendous ring general.
Something you don't know is he was Gary Russell chasing something around the ring.
Most of the fighters he's riding.
In the later rounds, Lomachenko took over completely.
Uppercut misses, and now what did it for Lomachenko? That's knocked off the head of Russell. 10 seconds to go in the round. Lomachenko trying to steal it.
When he's in there, when he's in the pocket, when he's in range, with combinations like that.
Russell was still dangerous, but Lomachenko was controlling every exchange.
Let's not forget, he finished that fight with Salido very strong. Came on strong around the 11, especially round 12.
Closing seconds of the 11th round.
Lomachenko pressing this final round. Gary Russell Jr. is trying to be.
The judges scored it 116 to 112, 116 to 112, and 114 to 114, a majority decision for Lomachenko. He was now WBO featherweight champion in his 3rd professional fight, tying the record. Lomachenko made 3 defenses at featherweight, going 12 rounds with Siria Tatakun, stopping Gamalier Rodriguez with a body shot, and then Romulo Koasica in 2015. But the division had nothing left for him. It was time to move up. Lomachenko moved up to super featherweight to challenge Puerto Rico's Roman Rocky Martinez for the WBO title. Martinez was 29 and 2-3 with 17 knockouts, a tough champion who had made 5 successful defenses. The fight took place on June 11, 2016 at Madison Square Garden. If Lomachenko won, he would break the record for the fastest fighter to win world titles in 2 weight classes, 7 fights. Loma started the fight very confident in the new weight class from the starting round.
And you can see him here in his first round, feeling out, looking to and backs it up by going to the stomach.
He looks like a right, going back.
Nice combination, straight left hand got through by Lomachenko.
Lomachenko was starting to time Martinez Rush's encounter with sharp left hands, completely dominating the fight.
Loose it with Lomachenko. Right hand by Lomachenko. And he
just slides one way and punches you from the other angle.
First you're here, then you're gone.
In the 5th round, everything changed. Lomachenko caught Martinez with a left hand, then followed with a devastating right hook.
Rocky goes down.
He did it.
The referee waved it off at 1:32 of round 5. Lomachenko had scored a knockout of the year contender, flattening Martinez with a combination that turned his lights out. He was now a 2-weight world champion in 7 fights, breaking the record. Over the next 18 months at super featherweight, Lomachenko stopped Nicholas Walters, Jason Sosa, and Miguel Mariaga. All 3 opponents quit. Walters retired on his stool after 7 rounds. Sosa's corner pulled him out after 9, and Mariaga was stopped in 7. The pattern was becoming clear. Elite fighters were breaking under the pressure. On December 9, 2017, Lomachenko faced Cuba's Guillermo Rigondeaux, a fellow two-time Olympic gold medalist and one of the most skilled defensive fighters in boxing history. Rigondeaux was 17-0 with 11 knockouts, moving up 2 weight classes to challenge Lomachenko at 130 pounds. The fight took place at Madison Square Garden Theater. The fight was a chess match from the opening bell. Both fighters southpaw, both incredibly defensive, both looking for openings.
One thing we didn't mention in the tail of the tape, these guys have fought together.
Lomachenko pressed forward, trying to force Rigondeaux into exchanges.
Loma trying to get to the inside behind that jab. There's another moment there.
Every area of the ring, inside, outside, you name it.
And that has a lot to do with Ukrainian dance classes. And Timmy, you love Loma's footwork.
By the third round, Lomachenko was starting to land clean shots.
For the straight left hand of Rigondeaux. Of Loma.
He doesn't look like any other fighter. He has what Pacquiao had, what Ali had. Looks like Lomachenko.
Most sensational parts, the most entertaining parts of some of the all.
Rigondeaux stated he had broken the top of his left hand in round 2, and it showed he wasn't throwing anything, while Loma continuing to overwhelm him with volume.
Time that he accepted this fight. You can't take this fight without knowing that you're going to have to take risks, Mark.
Well, I mean, Rigondeaux says that he's taken all the risks he could ever take.
Defensive posture. Know that he's got him pinned and say, you know what, I'm just going to turn right around you in the middle of a championship fight.
Rigondeaux landed a nice short uppercut in that exchange.
How about the body punch with the right hand? Now to the inside, the uppercut with the left hand as Rigo goes with Anatoly, Mark.
It's usually a failed experiment to create a perfect athlete in anything, much less a sport.
After round 6, Rigondeaux stayed on his stool. Rigondeaux retired on his stool after round 6, becoming Lomachenko's 4th consecutive opponent to retire on his stool. The loss marked the first time Rigondeaux had lost since 2003. After the fight, Lomachenko joked, referring to "no more" in Spanish.
Maybe I changed my second name, maybe I changed, and now my name is Lomachenko.
4 consecutive opponents forced to quit. The super featherweight division had nothing left. It was time to move up again. In May 2018, Lomachenko moved up to lightweight to challenge Venezuela's Jorge Linares for the WBA title. Linares was 44-3 with 27 knockouts, a 3-division world champion with wins over Anthony Crolla and Luke Campbell. The fight took place at Madison Square Garden on May 12, 2018. If Lomachenko won, he would become the fastest fighter in history to win world titles in 3 weight classes, 12 fights. The previous record was 20 fights, held by Australia's Jeff Fenech. Since 1988, Linares came out sharp, throwing a few good combinations early.
That firing lane, that range. And give Golden Boy Mr. High.
Lomachenko stayed patient, working behind feints, studying Linares' timing.
It's because of Jorge Linares. This is what he sees as his signature fight, and he appealed to what's best in Lomachenko, in my opinion. I agree. He said Loma with some good shots over the top. He's staying home, and he's returning fire. He knows he's a big guy.
Both fighters took risks and threw combinations, but Loma's volume began piling up.
He's able to the body against a bigger man. Split the guard there with the uppercut. But how he did it, he stepped on Linares. This is split the guard left hand from Lomachenko. Now gets into the pocket, pull up the combination. Linares. Good body work and combination from Lomachenko. He landed that left hand just under the right elbow of Jorge Linares. Defensive master, but the offensive mind is the best of both worlds.
Then, in the 6th round, Linares landed a perfect right hand over Lomachenko's guard.
Years ago with Wayne Pacquiao, if I say you
Lomachenko hit the canvas for the first time in his professional career. He beat the count, but the knockdown was real. He shook off the knockdown, but it was noticeable that it affected him.
That's Lomachenko. And let's see what impact it makes here. The beauty of the sport is no matter how beautiful the belt. Blocking down the double Lomachenko.
But Loma recovered and slowly came back.
Lomachenko's going right after the kick.
He is going after it, but he makes it there. But he's still making mistakes and stepping back. His footwork is great, but he does make mistakes with his footwork sometimes.
He caught him with a right. And how happy he was to be dedicated himself to make some changes and to have moments like this.
Robert Diaz of Golden Boy told us that Golden Boy wanted to drop him. He insisted no. The best is yet to come from him.
In the 10th, he landed a series of punches upstairs, then switched downstairs. A brutal left hand to the liver dropped Linares instantly.
Over the left eye of Linares.
He clutched his side, unable to continue. The referee stopped it at 2:08 of round 10. Lomachenko shattered the all-time boxing record for fewest fights needed to win a world title in 3 weight divisions, accomplishing that in just his 12th fight. He had been knocked down for the first time and came back to finish one of the best lightweights in the world. What followed was the peak. Lomachenko unified the lightweight titles with dominant wins over Jose Pedraza, Anthony Crawla, and Luke Campbell. Against Campbell at the O2 Arena in London in front of a sold-out crowd of over 18,000, Lomachenko won by unanimous decision with scores of 119 to 108 on 2 judges' cards and 118 to 109 on the other. By 2019, he was ranked #1 pound for pound by most major publications. He had unified the lightweight division and forced multiple world champions to quit mid-fight. The only question left was, who could beat him? On October 17, 2020, inside the MGM Grand Conference Center in Las Vegas, Lomachenko faced Teofimo Lopez, a 23-year-old undefeated American with the IBF title and a 15-0 record. Lopez had been calling Lomachenko out for over a year, insisting he had the blueprint to beat him. Lomachenko held the WBA, WBO, and WBC belts. The winner would be the undisputed lightweight champion. Lopez came out fast. He pressed Lomachenko from the opening bell, not giving him space to settle. With Loma starting slow as always.
That pre-snap read, that's what he's doing. There it is. That's how calm he is, how relaxed he is.
He landed hard body shots, forcing Lomachenko onto the back foot.
Move to your right. You're able to find the angle with your jab a lot easier than moving left.
They audible again, and then you get set, they audible again. It's very, very exhausting. And
Lomachenko looked tentative, struggling to find his rhythm.
What Loma's doing is he's trying to test the young guy. He's trying to see what he knows. He's changing levels, dropping his head down low, trying to see if he can get a response. And if he sees the right response, that body shot lifted up Lomachenko, try to get away from it.
Lopez controlled the first half of the fight, outworking Lomachenko and landing cleaner shots.
Took the first, Lomachenko's effort in the second, and then a good-looking round.
Over Lopez's jab. Loma's body's there. You got to step in and get ripped down to that body.
13 didn't box. Why? Because Papachenko wanted him to have the best footwork on earth. Another body shot.
Then, in the 7th round, Lomachenko finally started pressing forward. He began landing combinations.
Lomachenko, he's already figured it out.
Lomachenko now trying to close the gap as he comes forward against the young, brash, undefeated American. Hand. Oh, and there's a left hand from Lomachenko. And now he comes into the pocket and they're exchanging. Lomachenko's best offensive surge of the night. It comes at the halfway point of round 8.
Let go. For shots, he's not comfortable yet.
Short left hand. Oh, there's a good jab and a combination from Lomachenko. And Lopez comes right back.
Loma's gonna have to sell out.
But Teofimo played really well on the offense.
Oh.
Trying to work his way in with the jab and a good offensive surge from Teofimo.
Teo getting hit with some big shots right now from
Ever to be a 3-division champion. He lands the left hand on the face of Teofimo Lopez there.
If you're Lopez, this is where you earn your money as well. You got to bite down and maintain the respect that you've earned in the earlier rounds.
The championship rounds belonged to Lomachenko. He was landing cleaner, working harder, taking control.
From Teofimo, both guys trading, both guys willing to get there. Loma gets into the pocket, fires off. Is what is said with Tim Chatham, Julie Letterman, and Steve Weisfeld, the 3 judges here.
Everything is riding on these next 2 rounds for both fighters.
Yes.
Watch your head, both of you.
And as you get evidence, he's been here before. Lopez don't know.
Look at these exchanges here in round number 11. You think they want it?
Let go.
He closing that gap, a short left hand and overhand right as well. and then an up jab.
Listen to me. You can rest tomorrow. Lopez needs to bite down right now. Lomachenko's putting it on him.
Knowing that they were pretty much tied, the final round was brutal. Both fighters unloading everything.
Or to start a 12th round, but it's just them, and it's just 100 people here in a COVID-protected bubble, the chamber of truth, and this is the way they're going to do it. It again by Lopez, and he digs down with a left hand, comes up top with a left hook, fires a straight right.
Body language can be everything in this round. Body language, who wants it more? Sometimes that persuades a judge.
Tan comes in. Oh, and Lopez with success here.
He hurt him.
Teofimo Lopez, best punch of the back half of the fight right there. Oh, he's got him hurt. Look at this. Teofimo Lopez on the go against Lomachenko. Teofimo Lopez in the 12th round of a very, very close fight that will head to the scorecards to decide it.
When the bell rang, it felt close. The judges scored it 116 to 112, 119 to 109, and 117 to 111, all for Lopez. Teofimo Lopez pulled off a monster upset, defeating Lomachenko via unanimous decision and walking away with the WBA, WBO, IBF, and Ring lightweight titles. The loss was unbelievable. Most fans would understand a draw or even 115 to 113, but the 119 to 109 and 117 to 111 scorecards raised serious suspicion about the prejudgment of the judges. And if you ask me, that was a robbery in broad daylight. For the first time since 2014, Lomachenko was no longer a world champion. The question now was whether he could rebuild. Lomachenko returned 9 months later and stopped Japan's Masayoshi Nakatani in 9 rounds. He followed that with a unanimous decision over former IBF champion Richard Kami at Madison Square Garden in December 2021, then defeated undefeated Jermaine Ortiz by unanimous decision in October 2022. 3 straight wins. He came back, and now he again deserved a title shot. On May 20th, 2023, Lomachenko challenged Devin Haney, the undisputed lightweight champion, at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. Haney was 29-0, younger, taller, and unbeaten. Lomachenko was 35 years old, attempting to reclaim the titles he had lost to Lopez. The fight was a technical masterpiece from the start. The early rounds were close, both landing clean, both making adjustments.
And set the tone.
Slow starts have gotten the best of Loma. Remember the loss to Teofimo. It was a very slow start for the entire first half of that fight.
Coming forward, and soon as Haney took a step back, Loma stepped forward immediately. In the world today.
Haney trying to work behind that jab. Here's what Loma does on
wide-eyed, even in the first round.
Yeah, that foot movement that closes the gap, gives angles, and then allows him to score. Yes, he's closing the gap. Yes, he's getting angles. But
Haney threw hard body shots, but Loma walked straight through them.
Jab among lightweights, number 6 overall in all of boxing.
And try to start to write the story of the fight. Good body shot.
The whole fight looked competitive, even though Loma looked more confident with the combinations that he threw and had more punches landed.
Counter right hand from
off
Devin
the back
Haney.
foot. Oh, there's a combination from Loma. Getting mid-range.
Loma closing.
You want to keep doing what he's doing in his last round and a half.
Headshot lands.
Keep pressing. Keep causing disruption. Keep trying to close the distance and make Devin Haney
uppercut comes in.
That he can do something about.
Set. See, like there, that's when he has to attack. Lomachenko stepped back, disengaged. He was out of position. He couldn't throw for anything. Nice way to get out of angle.
To the side. And then a 3-punch combination.
Look at the hand speed.
With Loma getting more confident and landing clean.
He's got to get through the reach.
He does there.
And he has a good moment right there.
Oh, Loma. Left hand from Loma.
3 shots in. 3 left hands from Loma.
Haney cannot get relaxed, not 1 second. He felt that.
In the championship rounds, Lomachenko took over, landing harder punches and backing Haney up.
Oh, good shot. That hurt.
He hurt him with that.
On the inside from Lomachenko.
That hurt him.
Lomachenko's best moment of the fight. It comes in round 10. Haney told his son, "You're winning the fight." There is under 6 minutes to determine who's the undisputed champion.
Oh.
And he told him, "You're winning the fight." Combination from Lomachenko again. Championship rounds, and Lomachenko, smaller 35-year-old, seems like the younger, bigger man.
2 3-punch combination from Loma. Right in Haney's face, daring him to throw, daring him to shoot his shot. because he's in range to counter and lead at will.
And another jab from Loma that snapped.
In the final round, both fighters went emptying the tank.
Himself as the rising star that he's been.
Good left hook, good right hand left hook from Haney. See if Loma can steal the play.
Your greatness. This is time. Show it.
Step back, step back.
Good shot right there from Haney.
Right
good
hand
touch.
from Haney again, Dre.
Little touch up top from Loma.
But Loma staying close enough, she sees.
With exchanges continuing until the final bell.
All night long. Loma combination. Haney back to the jab. Hey, that was great stuff. That was great.
When the judges' scorecards were read, they had it 116 to 112, 115 to 113, and 115 to 113, all for Haney. Many fans and observers felt Lomachenko had won the fight, and his manager called it a robbery. But the loss was official. Most fighters would have retired. Lomachenko had one more run left. On May 12th, 2024, Lomachenko traveled to Perth, Australia to face George Kambosos Jr. for the vacant IBF lightweight title. Kambosos was 21 and 2, a former unified champion who had been stopped by Haney twice. This was Lomachenko's shot at redemption. Lomachenko started the work immediately, breaking Kambosos down round by round.
He has exactly what he has. Kambosos is exactly where he needs him right now.
Three-punch combination from Lomachenko, as you have noted, paw jab. Coming to the end of round number 1, Lomachenko and Kambosos from Perth, Western Australia. Southpaw jab from Lomachenko. He's able to close that distance and send a left hand.
He followed him out that time.
Loma took notes from previous fights and didn't start as slow as he usually did anymore.
Kambosos thinking you got him.
Trainer changes. This is not the same group that led him to undisputed status. There's an exchange on the inside as Kambosos.
Land your offense and get away with shots. Nice body shot right there from Kambosos.
Oh, good exchange to close out the third. Look at this stuff.
By the middle rounds, Kambosos was slowing.
Lomachenko can plant yet another flag in his mountain of accomplishments and fights than he has admitted to. Oh, and there's a good combination up top as he is headhunting Kambosos. Excellent work from Lomachenko here in round number 4. Fourth round.
And you starting to see the frustration coming right now from, there's no way that Kambosos is going to be able to time that movement.
There's a left hand against him.
There's no way.
In the 8th round, Lomachenko opened a cut near Kambosos' eye with a left hook. Seeing lots of your blood in the fight really hits on the morals.
Elbows extended up and out. Good shot.
Left hand.
Shot.
Then, in the 11th, Lomachenko landed just one shot to the body that dropped him.
Undisputed is ridiculous. The fighters that he's going to have to face.
He got up, but Loma wasn't going to let the victory slip away.
As if the damage to the eye isn't enough, Loma says, take that to the body. And now he looks to close it, and he does. Lomachenko's a champion again. Knockout victory.
The referee stopped it, with Kambosos' team throwing a towel timely. At 36 years old, Lomachenko was a world champion again. In June 2025, Lomachenko announced his retirement at age 37. He said he was grateful for both his victories and defeats and had gained clarity about life beyond the ring. And for 11 months, he was gone. Now, in May 2026, Lomachenko is coming out of retirement, targeting a return in the fall. His contract with Top Rank has expired, making him a promotional free agent for the first time in his career, and sources indicate his back condition, which had forced him away from the sport, has improved. He's only interested in the fights that justify it. No tune-ups, no exhibitions, just the biggest names left and the biggest bags he could take. Names like Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis are being discussed. Lomachenko was reportedly discussing a matchup with Gervonta Tank Davis before he decided to retire. Davis hasn't fought in over a year and looked poor in his last outing. A fight with Davis would give Lomachenko a chance to beat the most avoided fighter in boxing. Shakur Stevenson would see his defensive skills put to the test against Lomachenko in a matchup between two of the most skilled boxers in the sport, a 4-division champion against a 3-division champion. Both fights would be massive. Lomachenko plans to fight only a small number of times before retiring for good. At 38 years old, after a 2-year layoff, most fighters would be finished. But Lomachenko was never like most fighters. 396-1 as an amateur, 2 Olympic gold medals, Val Barker Trophy winner, 2-time world champion. champion. 3 weight classes conquered in a record 12 fights. The man who made champions quit on their stool 4 consecutive times. The man who survived knockdowns to finish opponents in the same fight. The man who beat Gary Russell, Jorge Linares, and Guillermo Rigondeaux. The man who turned professional boxing into something closer to ballet than brawling. He walked away when he was still dangerous, and now he's coming back, still dangerous, with nothing left to prove and everything left to take. The lightweight division thought it was done with Lomachenko, but Lomachenko isn't done with the lightweight division, not yet, and we've all been waiting for it. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and keep loving boxing. Until the next one.